Hi, Craig. Hello, Apple Blonde. Hi, everybody. As you come on in, Katie, um, Steph, Christiana. Yeah, I am so over the interwebs. And honestly, this would normally be a members live, but I was like, nope, I'm just going to go out here and just rant because, oh my gosh. Hey, Pixie. Hi, Steph. Every January, I go through, hey Brian, I go through this do I stay on YouTube thing. It's never happened this early. I'm like, should I just leave YouTube? Is this healthy for me? Should I keep doing this? And normally I get over myself, you know? And then today, social media, I happen to be on a bunch of Facebook things. One of the things I follow is Pixie Services. So what's Pixie Services? Pixie Magic Services. It's a personal shopper who buys things in Disney World for people who cannot go to Disney World, and you pay whatever, and then there's a fee. And I'm like, I have this bag, blah blah blah. Then somebody responded to my comment saying, "Oh, I have one if you want one, right?" And I just friend me. So like an idiot, like a novice idiot, I go friend this person. And we start chatting. And I wasn't really interested in that bag because I said, oh, yeah, well, I'm going to go to Orlando in November, which is not me. My husband is. I'll probably get the bag myself. It's a brand new launch. It's only available in Walt Disney World. You cannot get it anywhere else. And we're talking, chatting back and forth, and she's like, "Oh, I'm a bag collector, and so am I." And it was a little weird. Like she had like 700 friends on her page. She had a few posts in there. It looked like she was French, but living in France or living in Florida. Not a big deal. I'm chatting away and talking. We're talking bags, and slowly but surely, I wasn't paying that much attention. I'm just happy to talk about bags and especially Disney bags to anybody because I am a little obsessed. So it was really cool to talk to somebody who had bags, right? And I wasn't actually going to buy that bag. I wasn't looking to buy that bag. I just said I wanted one. And we were talking back and forth throughout the day, and it's kind of strange. It's not AI strange. It was local colloquialisms absent strange. When I'm talking super casual and we're talking about brands, and she says, "Well, what's your favorite brand?" And she asked a lot of questions, which is very rare. Most of the time, most people do not ask that many leading questions, right? So I'm just like, okay, talking, and I'm just working my day, listening to an audiobook. I don't really care. I'm doing work, and slower. And I really think she's just a bag enthusiast. We're talking bags. Oh, I really love Dooney. And goes, which styles do you like? And I'm like, really love. Here's the thing. My bag love is a little niche when it comes to contemporary bags. This person, I guarantee you, was trying to sell me a sus something or other after I thought about it for a while. And what clued me in over time, at first I didn't think anything of it, right? I'm just talking to somebody. I talk to people. It's not a big deal. I'm just thinking I'm having a great time talking to somebody who loves handbags and Disney handbags and Dooney handbags. And she says I don't even know if she or he, um, they say something like, well, I really love the Florentine collection by Dooney and Burke. And Dooney and Burke is very, again, a small company. You have to know Dooney. But they responded to my post on a Dooney bag. So I'm talking minute details like, oh, I love Coach, I like the Ruby, the Ace. I'm talking, I have 500 bags. Here's my bag channel. I shared my bag channel. We're just talking bags. They're talking bags. Oh, she was, I collect bags, but she wasn't really talking about what they wanted or they liked or they bought or they had. They kept deflecting to talk about you, and then hinting at what would you like do you have a wish list bag? What's your wish list bag? And then I actually mentioned the best bag in my collection was a gifted bag to me. It was gifted to me, and I love it because it was gifted to me. I have my best friend. I talk to him every day. We don't live near each other, but we're best besties. And I love that's my favorite bag in my whole collection. And because it's just a beautiful bag, right? And then we're talking left and right, and then finally they said, "Oh, I have some bags for sale, Dooney bags, Disney Dooney bags. Would you like to see what I have listed?" Show me some photos. I'm expecting a Poshmark link, a Mercari link, an eBay link, a link. No. Just some photos, right? Looking at these photos. And I'm like, I know my Dooney Disney, y'all. And I'm like, there's some gems, collectors gems. Now, I had specifically said I was looking for the Fantasia 80th anniversary. I put in some really esoteric, you really have to be a collector to know this crap, right? And they're acting like, oh, do you collect memorabilia and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm just talking, right? I'm just talking like I'm talking to you guys just through text. And I think I'm having this fantastic conversation. And yeah, I noticed that the conversation was on one-sided, and I noticed that they keep kind of asking about what I'm looking, and I figured, okay, she found me on the Pixie service. She's probably selling me. She's probably a personal shopper, right? So anyway, so then she says, well, looking at these photos, like, would you like to buy any of these? You have a Barlow, and you have the Disney dog's bag. That is a great tote. This tote normally sells for $500 on the Relove market. And that Barlow is an Epcot Figment bag. Nobody would break up their collection, because he showed me a collection picture with like 5 pieces of a collection. Nobody breaks up a collection. And they said, hey, Grace. So she said, and Ronnie, she said, keep it simple. Hi, guys. She said, I'll sell you those 2 bags for $100 each. And I said, everything went, hold the phone. I'm like, wait, what? And I text, I'm in shock. You do know that these are $300 bags, right? And because I'm still thinking, maybe she just doesn't know the market, right? Because I'm not here to swindle anybody, right? So she's, oh, that's what they are, new, but and then she says, like, oh, the Barlow, is really nice. And then because I had written down Barlow, guys, and then I looked at the photos again. I'm like, oh, I meant that's not a Barlow, that's a Flynn. And they had written Barlow back. I'm like, oh crap. And then he says, well, I says, look, I've been scammed 3 times this month. I really am not looking to buy anything. And they said, well, I'll post it and give you a tracking slip before you even have to pay for anything. And I'm like, damn it, why must I be scammed? Why do I have sucker and scam? I thought I was just having a lovely conversation with another Disney love person. And what do I find? A damn con artist trying to sell me something at a super damn good deal that I know for fact is a $500 bag on any resale site, because it's that hard to get. And I'm like, you evil people, you. So I said, in the most polite terms possibly, thank you for the offer, but I do not feel comfortable with this sale. Thank you so much for the consideration, blah, blah, blah. And they said, okay, dead giveaway. Block, unfriend, and then block. And I'm just like, and I was so upset, not because of, I wasn't really looking to buy back. I thought I had made a friend. No, I was talking to some fishing person out somewhere trying to con me out of $100, who probably stole somebody's messenger account from Facebook. I'm like, oh my good Lord Almighty. I'm like, I just have scam Jackie this month and last month, at the end of last month and this month. I have been scammed 3 times, and I'm just like, I'm just having a conversation about Disney bags. That's it. Like, what? Why you gotta do this to me? And I'm just like, ugh. And it wasn't even about the good. I didn't care about the bag. All I could care about, like, oh, we're not friends. It was too good to be true. It was too good to be true that this person had the same interest I did about bags that I like and are also in Florida. And here I am talking about all this stuff. I won't use Messenger. It's a mess. Yeah. Well, at this point, I don't want to use anything. At this point, I'm pretty much divorcing Posh. I'm trying to wean myself off of just searching blindly because I've got some great deals off both all these sites. But the honest, nice people who want to sell their things are swamped by the dishonest people who want to sell their things. And the dishonest people, I normally can not be swindled, but apparently the stars have aligned that Jackie is doing a Poor Pitiful Me month or something, and I'm being scammed. So I'm just like, okay, this is the world is telling me, get off social media. Okay. You know, I need to disengage from some of my Facebook groups, disengage from my Posh. Well, I haven't deleted the Poshmark, but I have before in the past. So I'm probably gonna end up doing that, and then and just kind of lay low because I was talking to James. Steph says when we are offered something enticing, the brain dopamine system lights up. Then the wanting system can override the cautious part of the brain, which is slower and less emotional. Yep. Katie says, I got a lot of men looking for friends on Messenger. I play for a few minutes, then block. Yeah, well, normally I'm very selective. My Facebook is actually not public. You have to request friends. And it's not even friends of friends. I think it's only friends. Like, so you can't really just I'm pretty sure I did that. I might have changed it back to friends of friends, but I can't remember anymore. Anyhow, um it's not but it's not like it's a secret. I mean, it's not hard to find. And I'm not hard to find, other than there's 1,000 people with my name. It's sometimes really good to have a very common name. But anyhow, um, I was like, today I was talking to James yesterday. We talked about State of the Union, the finances, my last asset I had to cash in, I cashed in, right? So this is the real life story of Jackie, right? So I owe my mother more money than I can actually pay her back. When I looked at all the numbers, counted everything up, and looked at the assets I was cashing in and how much money I owed my mom, I'm like, oh crap, I am short, which means I'm gonna have to pay her out of money from my paycheck, which is fine, which is normal. But I'm in debt, y'all. I'm in debt. I've been having a 2-year tantrum essentially because I had my mother-in-law living with us and I did not like my mother-in-law. I and then going through her death and now going through the realization that she was never going to pay me back the $30,000 we put into her property. She didn't make provisions in the will. All she's done is hurt us and hurt James, and I've been pissed off about it. And I've kind of just been therapy, and therapy has been you. Therapy has been YouTube. YouTube has been my therapy. Me being able to talk about my frustrations and share things I love with people who care about things I love has helped me. But at the same time, it's also perpetuated the, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. Let me buy this and let me buy that because it made me happy. And at the time, I was not happy. So, anyhow, I was talking to James, and what I love about my collection and what happened on Monday when I did my Monday live. I was showing and pulling out rogues to show Jolie. Well, I didn't even pull out all my rogues. I have 3 other rogues I haven't shown y'all. I mean, you've seen them, but not in one place, right? And then I looked at the pile of bags at my feet at the end of the live, and I'm like, "That's ridiculous. I have bags I have never used. You know this. I know this. There's collector bags. They're collector bags, but there's still like hundreds of dollars worth of bags that I just have in a pile on the floor. Most people would have them in a place of prestige and have them on display and have them, carefully. I'll watch other people's organizational, things, and they'll have them wrapped and they'll have them with the plexiglass and they'll tie up the handles, and I'm just tossing them on the floor, y'all. And I'm just like, well, crap, it's that value versus value. So what is the value? So I was like, okay, something's got to change. The problem, I love my collection. This is not, I'm selling my collection. This is not me, I'm ending YouTube. I want to end YouTube every year. It is a thing I go through every year. It just happened a lot sooner than normal. I have enough pre-filmed content up until December, guys. So I'm not going anywhere, and I'll still be going live. But my channel in 2026 is changing. Because what's driving me the most crazy in my collection is not being able to find the bags I know I have. I have them. I know they're here. I don't know which bin I put them in. I don't know which shelf I put them on. I am constantly rearranging to the point I don't remember where I put things because every single week I've moved something again. So what I want to do for 2026 is going to be my year in review. I'm going to do nothing but review videos of my collection and sales. Like, I'm going to do the sale video like Winnie does, or the way Jolie does. Like, here's this bag. If you want it, this is price. Email me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do Posh. I'm not going to do Mercari. I'm not going to have a vlog sale. I'm just going to say, this is a review of this bag, and this is one's not staying in my collection. If you would like it, please contact me. That's going to be 2026, the whole year, because and it's not like I'm going to not buy bags. I'm still going to buy bags, but I have been burned on trades. I have been burned on sales. I have been burned on buying, not just selling, but buying and trading. And I am just like, okay, what is the universe telling me? What do I enjoy doing more now? My collection is changing to kitschy and much more things I love, 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 love. I have basics. I have tons of basics. I don't carry the basics. I carry the kitschy fun bags. So I need to maybe specialize. And what I'm going to do in 2026 is go through this massive collection and downsize. Not get rid of. Believe me, it pains me to get rid of my bags. I'm seriously just letting go of the bags that don't work for me. Steph, you're almost older. All older 50s widows, brushes 5 minutes. They'll ask if I'm rich. Katie says, Jennifer says, I don't want you to go anywhere. I'm not going anywhere, Jennifer. I'm not leaving. I just go through this little, like, why am I on YouTube thing? Because it is a huge amount of effort. And if you've watched Dawn Couture, Fuchsia Floyd, and Dee Bean's video this week was about the truth behind YouTube. Those numbers are right. They're low. Pennies to the dollar. If you look at all the time, money, and effort, if you're under 2,000 subscribers, and then Dawn has 3,000 subscribers, so it's not even that. It's again, you're not doing this to earn money. There's some money earned because you don't have an option. There is no option to say ad-free YouTube. It will always have an ad. So if you're going to be having to be an ad in here anyway, you might as well get compensated something for it, right? Apple Dawn, that's crazy. Kathy, I think only friends and family can message me on Facebook. Bubble says, maybe it's time you can focus more on organizing your collection rather than expanding the collection. Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, I do that constantly. Anyway, hey, Saya. Anyway, I'm constantly going through it and trying to organize it. So when we move from the living room into this room, I really thought that if I just got the right setup, the right configuration, the right everything, it would be enough. I would be able to do it. Well, I couldn't. I wasn't able to. I got all the right storage, other than custom shelving my entire space. And even if I did, it would not be enough because of the amount of stuff I have. It will be on 2 rooms. It's like 1.5 rooms or one solid room, really well done, and none of my things are really well done because I actually pull my stuff off and on the shelves, and it's not just, anyway, we are going to just rant a little bit, and it's just really rough because 3 Poshmark scams and then the scam today. I was just like, I didn't fall for it this time, but that's just because I really wasn't looking. At least on Poshmark, they say it's a Coach Ruby bag. It looks like a Coach Ruby bag. And then you get the bag and you're like, this is not a Coach Ruby bag. This is not a Coach bag at all. And I don't want to have to keep. I can understand how some people just buy directly from a retailer like Dillard's or Macy's, or directly only from Coach, because I get it. It's this stuff happens. People are out there that do this. Normally I spot them a mile away. For whatever reason this month it did not work. Well, I know why. Between James applying for a job, the new not getting the job, my friend applying for the job, not getting the job, and then us having a new boss, and my current old boss is retiring, there's been a lot happening in my life. There's been a lot happening at the office. We're changing the way things are done. It's really hard when you have new management come through because you're now having to explain all these weird quirks that you do in the office. Like, well, why do you do this? And why do you do that? And why don't you just have that software? And why don't you do this process? And it's like, okay, well, because we work for a government agency, and that's a security risk, and we don't own the license for that, and that would take 3 months to get it, and we don't have the budget for that. So basically, almost all of my job is make do with what you have, not with what you need. Like, we have enough to get by, we have enough to make do, we have enough to get the job done. Do we have enough to make the job easier? No. Because it's a security risk, or it's a loophole, or it's just something. We don't have that module, or we don't have that in the budget, or because it's not just a single purchase of something. It's a purchase of something for the entire state of something. It's not as simple as let's just add a new software. It has to go to security clearance. It has to go through IT. It has to go through 3 different people's yeses, and then after those 3 people's yeses, it has to go through a committee, and then after the committee, it has to go up for vote. It can take 12 months to get something. So in the meantime, we're having to get work done. However, we have to get it done, which means if it takes old school way to do it and about 13 other roundabouts, you take the 13 other roundabouts and you get the work done. That's what you do, until you can get the software you really need. But everybody always needs more software, and everybody says we have the solution. It's like, it's so frustrating. So we have work frustration, we have life frustration. We're still dealing with the death of his mother because we're still dealing with the estate. We haven't really even dealt with her actual death because we're still just dealing with the estate, and the complications of that. Like, oh my God, it's just been like this ridiculous. It's been a lot. And this is normally a member's life. And normally in a member's life, I would be saying the cursey words and maybe a little bit more details because I would give a lot more in details. But this is not a member's life. This is a public. And then my twin, whom I love dearly, this is her first week of school, so she's very busy. She was watching one of my videos because I said, hey, watch this video about the Lababies. I said, watch the video about the Lababies. And she did. So she was watching the Lababies. And she was like, and then her daughter, Miss Violet, sees Auntie Jackie's video. And Violet's like, Auntie Jackie has YouTube? So now Miss Violet is on my YouTube. So I'm like, oh no. Which is what I started this to do, was to reach out and share with my family. But now it's like, okay, did I have anything in those videos that were Christmas gifts for Miss Vi? Because I do that a lot, right? Like, look, I'm making this for Violet. She now might be watching my channel. And then I have stuff for my twin. I'm like, oh, I have this for, oh my gosh. And it's like, I can't show that now because she might be actually, before Jenny and Violet They never watched anything. My sisters in Denmark never watched anything. All of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, you go live. This is new. I'm like, not really, but hello, hi. So it's like now I got to be careful. Cases I still have close out the trust. If someone happens to be my, um, yeah, so let's close out the trust. Yeah, I know. It's just so much. I'm just ranting because I feel taken advantage of by life right now. And look, I have a job. I yes, I owe my mother money, but I can pay her back. I have, you know, two beautiful puppies and a wonderful husband. I have many, many, many blessings, but right now I feel like, why is everybody talking to me, want to scam me? I'm like, are you my friend? Are you not my friend? Friend or foe? It's like right now I am looking at everybody as foe. So it's like, yesterday, so we were also really exhausted because part of new management is telling them about these things that we can and cannot do. And then it makes it frustrating because it's like, yes, we could solve this problem if we could just do XYZ, but we cannot because of XYZ. And then we get frustrated because we know we could. There's such an easy solution. It's just because it's a security risk because of, the IT is for the whole state, not just for us. I mean, you don't want to. Our IT works very hard to keep bad people away from us. And the scammers are being very good about it. I used to work for a company, nameless. It was a private company, not my current company. Somebody in the organization opened some malware. Oops. Actually, it was ransomware. And they knew down to the penny how much liquid assets that company had in just petty cash. And they paid it to unlock their system, so because their business would have crashed if they could not get back into their network. This is the world we live in now. It just is. So phishing scams, malware scams, ransomware scams, calling for solicitations. I'm at the point in life I just say I don't trust anybody anymore. It's horrible. I don't live this way. So moving on to happier things. Because I do have an unboxing. Because I did buy something from a friend, an actual friend, a friend I know. Well, no-ish. I've known her for a year now. I've bought several of her bags. She's a wonderful, lovely person. And see, for every horrible person I meet, there's about 10 lovely, wonderful people I've met. But then you have that one bad person that is like, I don't trust humanity. Then you have the 10 people that are like, oh, but you guys are so nice, and I would never have met you if I did not get on social media. So who knows? So let me open. First of all, I need to show you this box because, y'all, this is UPS. This box, I mean, chewed up and spit out. This box has been like, oh my goodness. So I know what's in this box. So I bought this from my Facebook friend. I had just gotten the bag from Brian, which Brian, thank you so much for my Coach Raffia bag. I love it. I love that bag so much that when I saw this bag come up with my friend Chris, I said, Chris, are you selling that bag? Because that's the one that got away. Not only did this bag get away from me at the time, I didn't love it. Okay, at the time, to be honest, I did not love this bag. But Ed Braun bought it, and it's one of his favorite bags. And the more I look at it and the more I see it, the more I'm like, I should have bought that bag. So, as I said, I'm never going to stop buying bags because I got issues. But let me show you. So this is her bag. Luckily, this is how. Oh, she sent me a sticker. Yay! That's so cute. So I got a. Oh, it's a puppy dog. It's a dog dressed up with a wig. That's hilarious. So this is the bag. Thankfully, she put it in some plastic, so you never know. So Chris is awesome. So when I saw this bag, I knew the wear on it was a little worn. This bag came out a couple years ago, and this is a tabby. This is a soft tabby. Raffia. This is the what year is this? 23. But it doesn't have the original strap. I believe this is an aftermarket strap. It doesn't have the other short strap. So it's not the real strap, guys. It's the fake strap. So do I care? Not really. Um, I got this for a great price. And it's a cool bag. And the thing about raffia bags is they don't last forever. It's a paper. If this is probably paper raffia versus actual the reed, so this is, yeah, Ed has this bag. So I don't have the correct straps, okay? The life is fine. That's why it was so cheap. Because normally, if this was a full set, this would be very expensive because this is a very expensive bag. Um, Let me go back and see where Chris's, there we go. Um, it was, wait, I think, okay, I have to go look somewhere else. Hold on, hold please. So, do 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 do. So I bought this for $95 shipped. So, and shipping's not cheap. So it's because it doesn't have the original strap, right? So it has this other aftermarket strap. And I don't know because I normally probably would have carried this with the shorter handle versus the longer handle, but I don't know because I don't actually carry these bags with both handles because they fight. This is actually a better type of clip for this bag than what the dog leash clips are because they kind of undo themselves. So this is really cool. I'm gonna stuff it so you guys can see. So these don't actually fit that much, or not this one anyway, but this is the soft tabby in the rainbow raffia, and I think it's really pretty. And the more I see it, the more I like it. And that's just one of those things that, oh, I should have got that bag. That will make a fabulous clutch. I know, right? A great that's the thing too. It's a great clutch. You don't even have to use it as a crossbody bag. You can use it as actually I think it would actually be better as a clutch, you know. And I have enough actually what would be really cool, well what I would like to do on this is do I have a gold um strap that's a short rope, but I use it on a different bag. This could be really pretty with a pearl strap instead of a leather one. So yeah, the raffia is beautiful. Diane is honey. Um yeah. It really hurt my feelings with the person who it's not that they were to find somebody who's interested in your hobby and they're and talking, and I thought they shared the hobby and asking all these questions and being really nice and polite, and then I kind of thought it was weird, but at the same time, you know it's just too many people, too many people trying to scam me too many times for me to just say, oh, it's okay. It's not okay. It'd be pretty. Now, this is actually a pearl necklace. See it, guys. This is not a. I wonder. Yep, this is cool. Look at that. If I use the pearls. That would be really pretty. Where did I put that? Hmm. Give me a second. I think I have a solution. I use this bag tomorrow. It'll be fun. Yeah, lots of jerks out there. What's the tea? I almost got scammed again. I believe in rants. They really help. Yeah, so I just came out here and ranted. I almost wanted to, well, I do want to leave um some of my, I am going to leave some of the groups because I don't think it's healthy. Um, where did I put that? Here's one. Okay. Um, there isn't really any tea other than I almost got scammed again. And I didn't tell James this either because he doesn't want to hear any more bad shit. I'm sorry. We've had so much stress at the office and work, and he's like, we're already leveraged up to our eyeballs, and then um, we have debts to pay and things to do, and I just need to stop buying things. And I've been buying things without any care because I've been throwing a 2-year tantrum, and I need to get over it. Or buying whatever I wanted. Because I did the right thing, guys. I bought the house I could afford that we would have paid off by the time we were 50. I had the investments that I cashed in to help fix my mother-in-law's home because she didn't have she'd lost her insurance because of she didn't have the right siding on her house and they weren't going to insure her house. So I said, okay, well, we'll pay to fix your siding and we'll do XYZ so you can get your house insured again so you don't lose your property. And then she didn't do that. Didn't matter what we did. So this is really pretty. Yeah. Totally going to use this tomorrow. Well, maybe I won't use this tomorrow. But I think I would carry this as a clutch more than a shoulder bag, and just like this, actually. Because that's I like that. I have a different. I like this one. What do you think? Pearls? Or I have this other necklace here that would look really pretty too. Let me get it. Easier said than done. The pearls with beachy tropical vibe is really fun. Thank you. Um, pearls, love the bag jacket. Thank you, Lux. Um, yeah, so no, and then here's the thing. So I'll tell you guys this. Lux and I did a trade, I don't know, a year and a half ago, over a bag I had gotten from a Facebook trade, and I was happy with the trade. She was happy with the trade. Life was great. I gave her an amazing Dooney bag. She gave me a beat up um, Coach bag that was suede that I cleaned, and it was great. And Lux loved it. And I said, okay, well, we'll trade if you want this one. I just wanted it to clean it because I thought it was a pretty bag and needed to be cleaned. And I asked for a beat up bag, and well, yeah, okay, guys, do we like the teal golden pearl or just the pearl? So we have just pearl, or we have gold, pearl, and teal. Which do we think is better? um, so the thing was with the trade, I don't like trader's remorse, and so she had contacted me and said about a year ago, and she said, I really regret trading that bag. It was her original bag, and could I offer you a trade back? And I said, okay, the teal. Okay, teal it is. Let's take the pearls off. So, and actually that's a real pearl necklace. I, never really used it as a strap before. And so hello, sharing my opinion. So anyhow, the thing was with this trade, I fixed it up, and then that particular Coach bag went viral. And it's to the point where if anybody can find it, it's selling for like $700, which I don't know if it's selling for $700. I see it listed for $700. I don't think anyone's buying it for $700. But it's just some weird glitch. And she said, I really regret trading you that bag when you trade back. And I said, well, Lux, do you want my ergo? Want to trade my ergo for that bag? And she said, sure, no problem. And then, but she's moved in storage, and it's not like it's just, it hasn't been just at her fingertips. So I said, well, when you find it, trade it back to me. I'll give you the ergo, you give me the coach, and I'll trade back to this other lady. But at some point I kind of feel like, yeah, Lex says it's selling for like 2K. Yeah. So it's kind of like, is she wanting it back because it's her bag and she regrets it, or is she wanting it back because it became popular again? I think she wants it back because I took a bag that was beat up and fixed it and cleaned the suede, and then she saw, oh, it can be fixed. And it's now a pretty bag again. That's what I think happened. But I don't know. So Lux is like, she trade it back to me for the ergo, but again, as you just see her from her text, it's selling for $2,000. So I mean, it's like, if you can get $2,000 for it, sell the damn bag. I can say I don't have it anymore. I mean, which I don't. I just don't know. I feel a little beat up, guys. Emotionally beat up. Yeah, no one's going to pay that. I don't think people are going to pay $700. I don't know. I was good today, but I feel, yeah. Craig, we're entertaining Craig, guys. He had a fall, so he's hanging out at the hospital to see what they say. Yeah. So this is actually just a necklace that actually a subscriber gave me. Thank you so much. You know who you are. And this is a Joan Rivers necklace, and I'm just using it as a purse strap clutch because I'm actually I think Craig's completely right. I think this is awesome as a clutch, and this is just going to be jewelry for my bag. Honestly, restoration skills aren't free. I'm sure. It took a long time to clean it. It looked really fantastic. I knew looking at it, I could fix it. I knew looking at that bag, I could restore it. I knew that it was not a lost cause. Most people don't know that. Most people don't know how to do that. That's why people are afraid of suede or nubuck. They look at suede nubuck and they're like, no, like one of the first few videos I did on here was cleaning suede bags, Lost internet, I think. Sell. Prayers that everyone goes well for the hospital. Yes. I hope they just say, you're fine, go home. Jackie, I text you what the doctor said. I can't type all that. Okay, so do you want me to share that? Okay. Okay, let's go look. Um, uh, hmm. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, do you want me to share that, Craig? Okay, sure. So the verdict from the doctor is a mild concussion, a sprained ankle and wrist, cracked oc- ocular bone. I think that's the one on the right here, and then bruised ribs right side, but I'll be fine. You fall with aplomb and you are very successful. Now you gotta go home and go. Well, can you go take a nap? Are you supposed to sleep if you have a mild concussion, or do you have to stay awake? That's a lot, sir. That's a lot. Dang it! It's not fair. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good, but it could be worse. I mean, a sprained ankle, a mild concussion. And here's the thing though, you guys. He says, I feel fine. I just have to go because I fell. And this is exactly why you had to go, because you fell. This is just another day in the life for Craig. The fact that he said he felt okay with a sprained ankle and bruised ribs. I know how much bruised ribs hurt and a cracked or whatever bone is. Yeah, wow. Yeah, you need meds and a nap and a week of rest and no falling. Okay, so this is my hat today. This is actually a real um hat from my friend bought this for me. My friend that lives in Florida, her name is Sarah. She bought me this hat as a gift. I went to go see her when we first went to Florida, our second trip to Florida. I can't remember. And she was very sweet, and we both love Coach, and she bought her hat and she bought me a hat, and she's a very nice lady, and she just had actually surgery, so we keep up still on Facebook. She's not into bags as much as she used to be. She does a lot of volunteer work. That woman's busy. She never stands still. She's always doing something, um, on lots of boards and volunteering. And oh yeah, that's on Jolie's elbow. Thank you. um Elbow, it's not the eye, it's the elbow. Elbow, uh, breasts get pampered. Okay, thank you. Have a beautiful evening. Yeah, so anyway, this is my hat with my pins. These are pins from 8 Below or 5 Below. And these are because I am obsessed with the Lababies. Oh, you know what? I have your unboxing, guys. I totally forgot. I don't even know what this is. Keeping my overnight observations for concussion. Oh, they're keeping you? No. But I'm very, very high. Well, at least you're at the right place. You're at the right place. So this is I'm actually not sure what this is. I think this is a dropped shipped item because I am waiting on something that's supposed to be from Hong Kong, but this is not from Hong Kong. This is from oh, oh, the tea and the skinny, y'all. The Poshmark scam. You know that Ruby? Well, because I did it within the first 72 hours before they release funds, they approve the return, of course, because it's fake. And then I had to mail it back. I had to mail it back. And then when I printed the return mailing label, this is where oh my gosh, it's not the same person that was on the who it was sent from label. This was a dropped shipped item. So somebody somewhere in New York gets the stuff, but it went back to the actual financer, I guess. So it went somewhere in Ohio and a name, and I'm like, oh, dude, this is such a scam. So that is even more sneaky. And I think this one is also a drop ship. Like they ship it from international address to an American address, and then they have that place ship it internally, domestically. Um, what in the? Eh? Oh, okay. So this is different. This is different. This is not. This is not from. Well, this actually this is. This is from a dude I met on a Labubu. Um, that's interesting that it comes with a box, a paper box, a plastic box, and they just put it in, I guess, to make the package smaller. So how weird is that? Just checking, and a broken bone in your elbow, Craig. Concussion. Uh, yeah. So Craig had a fall. So he's at the hospital hanging out with us, and he's high as a kite. Yeah. So this is the thing I ordered from a Facebook friend. The other one I'm waiting on still isn't here, and I'm kind of worried because I ordered two. But oh my gosh, how funny is this? This is a Lafufu. This is Lafufu. Let's get her. She's so tiny. She's a whole different scale. Look how cute this is, though. Look how cute. It has a tail. So normally the ones with a tail are Zamomo, and it's the boy. But all the Labu. Come on, light. There we go. All the Labubus. So this is a Lafufu. It doesn't say Pop Mart anywhere. This is a custom doll. Isn't this cute? Um, Popping out the rest of my hands, watching the TV. Let me. Who did I buy this from? Let me find that name because I don't think that's the right name. Um, I'm just now starting. And I'm a little behind. Hey, Bianca. Yeah, a lot of stuff happened. Let me see. Who was this? Who did I buy this from? Um. Oh, that's why I didn't know who he was. His name is Jobert, but the name on the bag on the package is Hans. I'm like, who's Hans? Um, so this is $45 shipped. I'm happy. I'm really happy with it. I'm not upset with this at all. I picked the white one. They had a couple others for sale, and I wanted the white one. They were just getting rid of what they had. I thought for $45, this was so cute. And it's not. It's a Labubu monster, but it's not a Pop Mart. It doesn't say it's Pop Mart. There's no Pop Mart anywhere. There's no monster, anything. So I'm gonna take a photo of this and say thank you. It is so tiny, though. It is so tiny compared to how these are supposed to look. It should have tails. Yeah. See, well, the tails are for the boy. So when you get the big one, it has the Zamomo. Zamomo has a tail. So the Zamomo is the only boy. Labubu, they're all girls and they don't have a tail. So the tail, I don't have, well, I used, the bag I used today is this one. This was today's bag. And this is my Lafufu, but this one is a Labubu. This is a Labubu, an actual authentic Labubu. And look at the size difference. Actually, not too small, actually. I thought she looked small. She does not look small. Actually, it's a good size. I think this might look prettier than the authentic one. It's another thing for me. You have no idea the shit I hooked up. Um, oh, hoses wires all the time. Yeah, yeah. Um, there's a Labubu pop up downtown, conjunction with the local baseball team. We're here for Comic-Con. Nice. Vegas. Who are those hoses? Who are those hoses? Must be nice. Jolie, I love your humor, only as a nurse can have. Craig, you have the spirit that cannot be put down. Yes. Um, no, we love you and we want you with us for as long as you can be with us. That is my selfishness. Um, and Jennifer, you too. She looks well fed. Yes, doesn't she? My cute little angels of Momo. So I'm pulling out the stuff out of my bag. Oh, I also bought these at Five Below. Aren't these pretty? These are again pins. I like the pins on hats the best. Um, or pins like that, button pins. And then my wallet that we showed today on the live or on the video, and work phone and key. So that's all I have in this bag. No, I did find a flaw with this bag. This bag is awesome. Hey, Yoshia Lux! I hooked up Um, so this, so what happened with this bag was, I know you love the pins. If they fall into your next package, don't be surprised. Um, I have Craig and I are doing another trade because again, every time I send him a box, we do another trade. It's like I keep keeping the stuff like eventually, and then it's like okay, now we're doing another trade. But anyway, yeah. So this one, if you put too much weight against the zipper, because it's type of a breakaway zipper, it can the teeth can come undone because I had a water bottle in here and it was hanging. And then in the morning, I noticed that there was unzipped. So I had to unzip it to zip it. And then I think what I would do if I actually was going to use this for a tote would put locking stitches right here at the base because I'm never going to use this as an apron. I mean, this is never going to be an apron for me. So I think what I'm going to do, okay, there's a bag I have not used yet that I think, and I don't think I haven't shown it to you. I only showed it in I did an unboxing video and it's in my production list, but I don't think I've ever actually shown it at all. You tell me, have I shown you this bag, guys? Um, Nightmare More Toys Rocks, yeah. Locking stitch. So this is I bought this also from Chris. So Chris, I bought the raffia bag from. I also bought this from. I might have showed it to you on a live, but I don't remember. Anyway, I want to use this bag. So this is a Rocky. It is. This is the Rock Stud, or no, Rock Stud by Wang. What's his name? It's an octagon or hexagon. One, two, three, four, five, six, six. It's six. It's a hexagon shaped barrel bag with these studs. I think it's the Rocky bag. It's called the Rocky bag. Yeah, the Rocky. Yeah. Travis asked, "Do you want him to pre-order you a copy of Lilo and Stitch, the movie?" I is confused. Pre-order me a copy of Lilo and Stitch. Haven't seen it. The spikes, all right. I've seen this bag before, but I'm not sure if I saw it on your channel. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it's probably something I haven't shown you guys. Um Oh yeah, sure, that would be great, Craig. Absolutely. Tell Travis yes. Pulling out all the stuffing so you guys can see it. I had stuff because it got a little mushed in shipping. And I got this for the friend and family deal for my friend. So when it's completely empty and not stuffed, it's a little bit less hexagony and more slouchy. And this is very heavy because this is all metal, right? It's a very cool bag. But I wanted to use it and I haven't used it, so I said, this is a good time to use it. Um, the shape that makes up the universe. DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. DVD. I think I used to have a Blu-ray player, but wait a minute. Can I play? Travis will know. Can I play a Blu-ray on my Xbox? Because that's the only thing I have that can ingest DVDs, right? Or is it on the PS5? I don't know. I need to ask James. How do I not know this? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah, let me text him. So anyway, this is going to be my bag because I want to put my very, very cute um look at how cute this is. This makes me so happy. So happy. Look how pretty. I love it. Now, she'll probably get dirty, and there's no way to keep her clean because she doesn't have um the ability to put her in a cage because she has a tail, right? Um, but it's okay. We're just gonna have her the way she is and be happy. So here we go. This is my bag for tomorrow, and I need to take my medications because I forgot yesterday. Um, Dee Dee, missed it, Dee Dee, but Fuss is still, the fuse is still smoldering. Scarred, smart. That would be good. Um, Oh yeah, Dee Dee Bean's Coach bag. I haven't actually watched it yet. I did know what it looked like because I saw it's Adrian had shown it. Um, but I haven't watched that. I did watch her YouTube the secret cost of what YouTubers actually make, and that was pretty accurate. Let me text James. Hmm. James. Um, okay, we'll find out. So hey Dee Dee, or she's in here. Hey Dee Dee. Yeah, no, we haven't I haven't seen your blinged out bag yet because it's Adrian has one of those pillow tabbies for sale. I don't think it's sold yet, and he's tempted to do a blinging out process on it. Oh, okay, not online, but okay, so let me ask. Golf babies. Hi, baby. Hi, other baby. Can we move this out of the way? Hi. We have to show them off now. No. I'm asking because Craig was asking if Travis was going to pre-order the Lilo and Stitch movie and asked if he wanted DVD or Blu-ray, and I don't know which one.
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray. The answer is Blu-ray.
So all of our other ones can play. It's just that one doesn't have a disc drive.
Okay. Show off Mr. Pugsley. Unfortunately, Craig is currently in the hospital. He had a fall.
Here's a Pugsley.
He was naughty, guys. He was very, very naughty. Naughty. He woke up. He had okay, well, he wasn't really naughty. He just had to go potty. Unfortunately, it was 2:30 in the morning when he had to go potty, and he kept pestering James to wake him up because he's like, I gotta go out and potty. So we did, but James was very tired today, because he was like pest, 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 pest. So, where's Miss Wednesday? What are you doing, Miss Wednesday? What bad thing did you go find? Um, Hadrian did a great job on that hike. Yeah, Hadrian's pretty amazing. Yoga! Friend, not foe. I'm not caught up on this video yet. um, so this is Miss Wednesday, the Angel of Doom. I might have favorite. Mwah. She's like, I'm your favorite. She's like, okay, I have favorites, and she's okay. She loves him the most, okay, and I love Pugsley the most. Where's Pugsley? A quiet pug is a dangerous pug. Pugsley,
He's right behind you.
oh, he's behind me.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are. He's staring at James. So this morning, guys, Pugsley just sat there and stared at James like, "Cat, wake up. I need food." I might as well have not been there. Yes, you two. Yes, you two.
Go outside.
Go outside. Bye-bye. Bye, children. They're so freaking adorable. They are the loves of my lives, all three of them. Oh, yep. There's too much to go into. But yeah, I'm over trading, selling, buying, um, anything. I'm over social media. I'm over trusting people, which is a bold-faced lie, because as soon as somebody says hello to me tomorrow, I'll go into a full-on conversation. A dog can always cheer a person up. Yes, I love dogs so much. Dogs are like the balm of life because they're always happy to see you, you know? Um, so anyway, oh my God, someone traded you and sent you a fake while you sent them. Oh no, I wish. No. That did not happen. Correct. That did not happen. Um, it's a long conversation, but what happened was I was talking to somebody on Facebook who found me on a Facebook personal shopping service type of Disney thing. And we were just talking Disney bags. And I thought I met somebody who had the same passion I did, who also liked bags and also loved Disney. It's a very niche thing to do, to be a Disney adult. Then I started talking. I talked about my dogs. I showed them pictures, showed them my YouTube. Thought I made a friend. I made a foe. Basically, they wanted to scam me. And I figured it out because for somebody who said that they are bag connoisseurs and understands, and we were talking very niche language about this style and this style and that style and this brand and that brand, and it's not as simple as Google, they tried to sell me something they didn't know what they had, and I knew it was too good to be real because anybody who's a collector would never sell that for $100. Nobody, not for love nor money. And I was like, yeah, you're scamming me. This is after like half a day of talking back and forth. Thought I made a friend. No, made a foe. Block, delete. But it hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings. It hurt my feelings a lot because I thought I found a kindred spirit in somebody who liked bags like I did. I wasn't looking for a long-term friendship. I just thought somebody really was interested in my bag addiction for Disney. It was a Disney shopping service. It was where they found me. I mean, it's a appropriate correlation. You know, Bubble says, to be fair to yourself, not getting scammed but recognizing that it was happening is a good outcome, even though it was upsetting. Yeah, it was a good. It's just, again, the thing is, because I had three scams on Poshmark this last month. And then I'm talking to somebody about not even trying to buy something. I wasn't trying to buy anything. I was trying to have a conversation about bags. And the next thing I know, I was like, "Oh, you're scam. You want to scam me out of $200 for something that doesn't exist." And I knew it. And I told him, told him, "You do know this is a $300 bag. And you want to sell me this bag for $100 times two because there's two bags." And I'm like, and I told them flat out, this bag on the resale market sells for $500. I'm not here to scam people. Oh, there are 42 of those people right. Thank you, Jennifer. Friends. Yes, I know, which is why I'm online, which is why I'm here talking to you. I'm not leaving YouTube. I might be leaving some of my social media groups. I might be leaving some of the buy-sell groups. I definitely will be deleting Poshmark for a while. I'm redoing my channel as of 2026 because, guys, I have everything planned up until all the way up until December. I already have all my videos done. That's how much work I've been doing and stress I've been under, that I just sat down and did a bunch of videos, and it's 3 videos a week. I have enough for the up until the first week of December, I think. And then if I actually filmed the other stuff, I'd have enough. And then, so what I'm going to be doing for 2026 is my year of review. I'm just going to show what I have, review the bags I have, and cut down my collection some. Not because I want to, because I don't want to. I want to keep everything I own. I don't want to get rid of anything. But I do realize if I can't find the bag I'm looking for to use, and I know I have it, then there's no point. Because if I can't get to the bag, I can't use the bag. And I don't want to, and the whole point is to use the bags, right? So, and I'm still going to buy new bags. There's no way I'm not going to buy new bags, but I can't buy 10 bags a month like I have been going crazy town because I keep finding amazing deals. Yes. Um, yeah, I think it will be fun too. I think it will be fun just to show you guys my bags again. Um, yeah, I probably have I'm thinking I'm going to start with going through, here's a bin of bags. Let's see what's in this bin so I can organize it. And then take them all out by brand, because everything's everywhere. Everything's everywhere. So that's what I'm going to start working on for January. And my big goal, because I need big goals sometimes to make things. I like long-term planning for things. I want to go on a cruise in 2027, January of 2027. It is a 7-day cruise from Galveston, Texas to the Bahamas on the Disney Magic. So it's going to be $4,000 for that cruise. So I need to book it, and then I need to start paying on it every month. So based on the cost, I'm going to have to pay $300 a month to pay off this thing within like so many months, right? Even though I have a year and a year and a couple months to do it, But for cruises, you have to pay in full 45 days out from the date of embarkment. So it's not really a full year. So I figured if I book it next month, that's my first payment, which is the down payment, right? And then every month I make a payment on it. And then hopefully I'll be paid for by this time next year. That's my plan. That's full of, yeah. So I think that's going to be, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do, because I want to do this cruise. I don't want, up until now, almost all of my cruises have been paid with assets I've sold stuff for. I took out a loan, or I sold some jewelry, or I sold another investment. I've just been cashing in everything. And the it is what it is. So I figured if I'm going to lose money, might as well lose it and use it on something fun versus on like, oh, I lost how many more thousands of dollars in my investments? So I just cashed them all out and said, I don't care. And I says, I might as well go on a vacation. So that's what I've been doing. I don't really have like the long-term life expectancy thing going for me. James has lost both of his parents by the time they were both 72 years old when they passed, which is awfully young. My dad was 80, which is not young, but his parents lived longer than he did. And I have diabetes, and I've been diabetic since I was right before my 30s. I was diagnosed with it. So I don't know what's going to happen, you know. So anyhow, um, I'm actually not. It's not going to be charging interest. You do a down payment, uh, to just hold your reservation, and you have up until 45 days before the cruise date to pay it off in full. And if you don't pay it off in full, you lose your deposit. They refund you a certain amount, but you lose the deposit, whatever that deposit is. And I would just be charging my debit card every month, because I go through a travel agent, and I just have her book it, and then I'll have her charge my debit card each month and say, hey, will you charge this? And they do that, and then they keep track of it. She works I mean, yeah, you don't have to use a travel agent, but I like my travel agents, so that's what you do. And but it's a $4,000 cruise for 3 people in a ocean view, not a veranda, but it's an ocean view porthole, and it's on the boat I want to be on, going to the place I want to go to, and I'm trying to talk my other 2 friends to go with us. But it's 2027. But it gives me something to look forward to more than just going to Disney again, which we do all the time. We're doing that in June anyway. That's already planned. It's already booked. Most of it's already paid for. So I need to do this. We try to do Disney and a cruise every year. A Disney and a cruise. But $300 a month on a payment plan is my bag fund. That is literally what I spend, if not less than what I spend per month on bags, because I've just been buying bags as I wanted to. So I'm gonna have to be a lot more circumspect with my shopping. It's just I have literally no space. I mean, yeah, I could overflow into the other room. Yeah, I could go into the living room, but my whole house it does not give me joy if I cannot find the bags I want to use. So I need to be able to, like, I want to put all my Rogues in one place, all my Rowans in one place. These are my favorite bags. Um, yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so it's my goal. Yeah, because I mean, $4,000 could be a Louis Vuitton. It could be a Louis Vuitton in a wallet, or it could just be a Louis Vuitton. It could be half of a classic flap, less than half of a classic flap, or it could be like a Neverfull, or it could be a vacation for 3 people, which is what it's going to be. Um, and it will help me not spend money if I have to make that payment. See, that's the thing. We have an IKEA storage system, Keith, in the living room, and James and I have been talking about this. So before his mother had moved in, we had the house perfectly the way we wanted it. The guest bedroom was set up the way we wanted it. That craft room was the way I wanted it. All our furniture was the way we wanted it. Everything changed when his mom moved in because everything had to be moved out of the way. She had to have room for a wheelchair. We had to get rid of furniture because there was no place to put the furniture. I got rid of antiques and heirlooms. I bought beds, changed out things, changed out I mean, we spent thousands of dollars to try to make her life comfortable here with us. And while it helped, um, now we're left with the aftermath of getting our house back to some semblance of what we wanted it to be originally. And we're not going to put back the doors because we had to have doors removed and doors included and so much remodeling happened in this house. So I'm just like, we're not going to change it back to the way it was. So what we need to do is make it work into something that will work for us now. So we're still working on it. As I said, we haven't really even finished mourning or dealing with the estate, let alone dealing with the fact that our home is our home again. Who's the third person? My friend Caitlin, Keith. I say take the year. Okay, let me read that. Craig says, I say take the year and buy minimal bags. See how you feel after a year and work on cleaning out the back. But yeah, the back building moved to. If I can clean out my storage shed, which is a 20 by 20 storage shed, and when I say 20 by 20, it's 20 feet by 20 feet. It's it always so that shed was always supposed to be well, and I mean when I say shed, it's an outbuilding. It was always supposed to be a game room and library. Always. But when my dad passed, we put all my dad's stuff in there, and I just haven't dealt with it 5 years down the road, and I still haven't dealt with it. And now his mom has passed, and now we have his mom's storage unit, which is a remote storage unit we pay for. So I'm like, James, we need to get rid of your mom's stuff or it's going to end up like my dad's stuff in the back storage shed where I have half of it, my sister has half of it, and neither one of us has dealt with it. My dad died suddenly. It was not a planned thing. It was wait, what? In a week, 1 week he was walking, the next week he was not, and in 3 weeks from that he was gone. You know, so it was not something that we had dealt with well. Neither one of us. Um, Keith says, couldn't agree more. Experiences, material things, but some things that's a personal people preference. I love to see all the bags. That sounds like fun. We only live once, gotta get out. Yeah, see the thing about the cruise is it's not about the cruise to me, for me. It's I love sailing on the water on a big boat. I really like that. And it's really relaxing and it's very stress free. It's probably one of the most stress free traveling experiences I have ever had. I have a lot of stress when we go to Disney because I have a lot of mobility issues and I can't do what James and Caitlin does. So, or even our other friends. And sometimes they want to spend time with me, but I don't want to be burdened to them. So I'm like, go, you do your thing, let me do my thing, which is what I want to do. But then they feel bad because they want to spend time with me. And I'm just like, bye, see ya, so but on a boat, it's very scheduled. It's a lot different. There's none of this, I can go back to the room and rest. I don't have to go and do excursions. They can do their excursions and they don't mind me not going. That's what makes it worth it for me. Um, she'd much rather buy a bag. I was on live with Melissa Wade, and she said she doesn't like traveling. It's too much like work. Well, she has a lot of kids. Melissa has a lot of kids, and they're young enough that it's work. I've never been on a cruise. One day, says Yoshia. Um, Me too. I feel like I get restless to jump ship. Uh, Craig says, yeah, Melissa has 6 kids living at home. Yeah, it's not a vacation when you have children living at home. It's dang work to go on vacation. Just taking my sister taking one kid to the beach. I'm like, why do you need this much stuff? And this is before she had the second kid. And with the second kid, you know what? They don't go to the beach anymore. And they don't even go to they used to go to this water park. They don't even do that anymore. They go to the splash pad because it's a little bit easier to monitor the 2 kids, you know. But no, so I like cruises because it's the most relaxed James and I are ever. It's just eat food, take naps, read books, look at the water. You know, some people that would drive them nuts. I get it. But for us, it is seriously the most relaxing thing because nobody needs me. Nobody needs to call me. Normally our babies are going to be with family. My sister would like to go with us. The FOMO in me would be ordering food 24/7. Um, no one tried every food. I am not. See, you and Jenny, Keith. Jenny's a foodie. She loves trying new foods. She will travel for food. Like if there's some well-known restaurant or something somebody recommended, she'll go try it. And I'm just like, yeah. It's crazy. People are like, you are a large person, but you don't. It's not that I don't care about food. I just don't have the same importance on it. Then my sister has some major importance put on food. She's like, I want to try this and I want to try that, and she gets very excited by food, and I'm just like, yeah. Um, the cruise can be a digital detox. It totally is. We don't pay for the Wi-Fi, so we can't use internet. Oh, I'm going to go get some rest. Thanks Jackie for going live. Distract me. Yay! Thank you, Craig, and text me later when you're awake. Anytime. Keith says different strokes for different folks. I spent my entire 20s traveling the world and saving would be a lot. Oh my gosh. My vacation is a lot more simple. I just fly and visit my brother. Oh, I missed that. Let me go back up. in Dallas on my dad in New Jersey. I used to only do family vacations. Hmm. Yeah, it is inclusive. The food's inclusive, the drinks are inclusive, but it's Disney food. It's not exactly, it's just cruise food. It's made for thousands of people. So it's very good food, but it's American food. It's like there's some French food in there, maybe a little bit of, spice and like a British curry type of a deal, but are some, if they're doing themed food, there may be some Bavarian food because of, they're on that ship, they have Tangled and um so it's not like it's they're making food for thousands and thousands of people 3 times a day. It's good food. It's just not anything I really like, oh, I must try everything. You know, I am actually very picky on my foods. For breakfast, I want coffee, croissant, fruit, maybe some scrambled eggs. That's it. I don't even really like bacon or sausage most of the time if I'm traveling because it's just, yeah, unlimited desserts, but I don't want unlimited desserts. I know y'all are just like, what in the world are you talking about, Jackie? I'm like, no, I would coffee and a croissant and I'm happy as a clam. And then lunch, I'm super simple. And then for dinner, it's whatever they're serving at the restaurant. And I don't get every entree like some people do. I just get whatever entree that sounds appealing, you know. And I'm more of a bread. I'm a carb person. I will eat the bread, you know. I'll ask for more bread than I will anything else, which is why croissant is my favorite breakfast food. I am overweight because of carbs. And it's not sugar. It's not sugar. Well, carbs turn into sugar. So it's one way, half a dozen the other. Keith, I think after my dad, he wasn't big into traveling, and neither am I. I feel bad because people say experiences over things. Well, that's what people say. But I just really love being home. I like being around my town. I like going to places I know. I'm a huge foodie in the fact of I like mom and pop restaurants. I like hole in the wall places, and I like going back to them over and over again. There is a Chinese breakfast option, the congee and some type of grilled fish. There, no, there isn't, but I would eat that if they had that option. This is, remember, Disney cruise, so this is more like catering to families with kids, and they do not have congee. If they had congee with a grilled fish, I would be there every day. I'd be so happy. I love Asian food, all the Asian foods. Bianca says I need eggs. Ronnie, no way. You gotta do what makes you happy. If the bag brings happiness, then schlepping your bags through the airport is more power to you. Yep. Eggs improve literally everything. I agree. I love carbs in all its glorious forms. I do too. A hole in the wall places. Eat the same meal for 30 days straight, and then you never want to see that meal for like 2 years. That's true. Eggs, eggs are also my comfort food. I love eggs. When I'm the most stressed out, my husband, he wants a hamburger, like a Whataburger, because that's what he grew up with, or a Dairy Queen hamburger, because that's what he grew up with. My go-to food when I am at my most stressed and I'm exhausted, I want eggs with jasmine rice and fish sauce. And when I mean eggs, I mean boiled eggs with jasmine rice and fish sauce. And if I'm fancy, it's a fried egg with Maggie soy sauce with white rice. The jasmine rice is the plus, right? And if I'm really fancy and I'm really having a bad day and I have some kimchi in my refrigerator, it's kimchi, rice, and eggs. I know it's weird. Kimchi is not even a Thai thing, but it's something that's in the refrigerator. It's fermented food. It's spicy. It's pickly. It's yummy, and I love that. But rice, but at my most basic, rice, boiled egg, fish sauce. That is what I want. Yeah, my husband also wants hamburgers. Um, oh gosh, Apple Blonde. Where has it? He's been to every continent. Literally every continent. Where do you going on for your Disney cruise next spring? We're actually going for the cruise. Our next cruise is actually this December, and we're just going to the Yucatan. and from which is Progreso. It's in Mexico. It's not a big deal, but it's on James's birthday, the week of his birthday, and the day of his birthday, he will be on a boat, and that's what he wanted. So I said, okay. Um, Croissants, kimchi. Kimchi is Korean. Kimchi, eggs, and rice. Yes, yum. I've been to 109 countries, so probably easier to ask what countries I haven't been to. I've been to every country in Asia except North Korea. Well, yeah, we can skip North Korea forever. Iraq and Afghanistan. Yeah, let's not go there. Yeah, kimchi. Haha. Gut health. Yeah, it's a fermented food. It literally is a miracle. One of those foods that you should eat. Kimchi isn't Mexican food. I'm Mexican, but I love it. Spice is spice. I think Mexican food does not get enough of a representation of as a cuisine. I mean, we have Tex-Mex in Texas. I mean, that's not representative of all of Mexico, but the food there's good. You know, check you. I love sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. I like fermented pickled foods. I do not like, okay, having said that, do not give me pickled herring. No. Pickled herring or lutefisk? No. My stepfather's Danish. He eats pickled herring. I do not like pickled herring. I will eat smoked herring. I do not like pickled herring. That's where I draw the line. I love mackerel. I love canned fish. I love sardines. I love anchovies. But pickled herring? Mm-mm. No. No, sir. Mm-mm, no. But I like sauerkraut. What foods that are super popular that you dislike? Hey Jeanette, let's see. Foods that are very popular that I. Okay, I'm gonna be super honest, super honest. Super fancy, fussy French food. Too much butter, not enough flavor. And I know people are like, wait, everything's French inspired food. Like, yes, I prefer if I can pick the cuisine, it'll always be Asian and it can be Indian, it could be Chinese, it could be Thai. Okay, Korean is a little harder because it's really hard to get good Korean food here. A lot of the Korean restaurants here are too sweet for me. I like more of more sour and savory than sweet and hot. Their hot isn't hot enough, and their sweet is pretty sweet. But if I can get Korean food made well, and I can find them when Auntie's in the kitchen, um, those are the people I go to. There's this one place we go to in San Antonio that makes steamed eggs. I loved steamed eggs. It's like the most quintessential, easiest to make Korean dish ever on the planet, but hard to find. And they make it, and I love it. Um, what country have you been that's your favorite to explore? Yoshia says, very good for your health. I hate pickles and relish, says Jeanette. Do you eat, I actually don't know what that is. Allebroad, Allelebord. I don't know what that is. Steak fries, steak frites. That's what I eat in France besides desserts. And okay, no, food in France, I eat differently than the food in American that's called French. Okay, the food I eat in France tends to be. There's a lot of ethnic groups in France. I don't actually pick the French. It's what American people consider French food I don't like. Food in France actually is a lot more diversified than what people think in America think French food is. You need to have the flavor and savory and spicy. Jennifer says, Keith, that's what Nordic, the fish that is preserved in light. Yeah, oh, that's the lutefisk. Really hard to mess up steak fries, steak frites. Yeah, I die for steamed. Yeah, I die for steamed eggs. I can't eat eggs souffled, but yeah, steamed eggs and more. I mean, the thing about Korean steamed eggs, they put a bit of a fish krill, I think, in there too, or a powdered krill, and then it's eggs scrambled with water and a little bit of a I can't remember what sauce they put in it, and you have to steam it in such a way that it doesn't get too hard. It's just the most amazing. It's not like a souffle. And that's, I think, the misnomer. People think, oh, it's souffle. It's not a souffle. Garlic bread, butter, and pickles. I really like pizza with red sauce. I don't like pizza with red sauce. I actually prefer Bianca, my pizza without sauce. I do. I prefer it without sauce. Specific here. To the acidity. Yeah, to the yeah. And street food. How do you highlight someone's name? I think you have to use the at symbol and then type in their name. Yeah. Um, I guess the food I don't like that's popular. I don't know if there's any food I don't really like. There is a food I choose if I give it an option. I'll always will choose ethnic food. I don't care what ethnic it is, because I would rather have something with more flavor and spice, and I I don't find eating hamburgers all the time to be that great or comforting. It's not actually comforting to me. Again, my comfort food is boiled eggs with rice and fish sauce. You know? Millennial. I know this is kind of trashy, but I legit like Trader Joe's frozen pizza. I like Trader Joe's frozen Indian food. Have you tried their frozen Indian food? Their fried rice is really good. And I'm a snob about fried rice. Their fried rice, the frozen fried rice is good. How to use Instagram or TikTok, I don't know either. Hmm. Okay, white balance. How do you choose a restaurant? Well, we don't live in a place that has a lot of food. When we were in San Antonio, we had we have some Thai restaurants and Indian restaurants that we love. We always go to. We actually never ate American food when we lived in San Antonio. Moving north, rural, barbecue, fried chicken, Mexican. Actually, we eat a lot of Mexican food. Tex-Mex. I eat a lot of tacos, enchiladas. I think my favorite, um, just my favorite Mexican meal. Hmm. A well-made tamale is a must, but you don't get those in restaurants. I do like pico de gallo or picadillo tacos. I like migas tacos, but that's a very Tex-Mex thing. I also like chilaquiles, but that's also a very Tex-Mex thing and made different ways depending on who you talk to. Enchiladas. I'll just get cheese enchiladas and rice and beans. Super picky about the rice and beans. If I go to a Tex-Mex restaurant and they don't have good rice and beans, I don't go back. That is just fact. You know, I mean, if you mess up the refried beans, it's like, mm. And that's the thing with Austin. Austin is such a hippie type of, well, hippie is the wrong word now. It's I don't know what the word is now for that type of vibe where it's like granola and health food and they vegan, and so refried beans need fat. You need to put bacon grease in the refried beans. If you do not, and you make them vegan, they are not as good and they are bland. So that's just the way life is. So I do not like Mexican food. I prefer Tex-Mex to authentic Mexican food too, depending on the authentic Mexican food. It depends. Like there's some really good Mexican food, but again, you have to know where to go to get it. Like Yoshia, Deline, the place Teclo Molina, Teclo Molina is San Antonio and Los Barrios and shoot, what's the name of that? It's over off of La Fogata. La Fogata. They're all owned by the same family, La Fogata and Los Barrios, over in San Antonio. Really good food. Um, I don't know. I've seen people eating that never ordered it. Oh, yeah. I love my favorite thing is chilaquiles. In San Antonio, chilaquiles can be made. They tend to make it more like amigas style instead of amigas. Just means stir fried. Um, it has corn tortilla strip chips fried in with eggs and pico de gallo, and then they use yellow cheese. Okay, so chilaquiles is strips of tortillas and corn that's been fried, crunchy. So then you fry that with eggs, and then you use the cojita cheese with a red sauce. So my Instagram handle change. Yes, Jackie, back to check. Those restaurants are amazing. Yeah, those are the good restaurants. Those are the good ones because the families still own them. They're still family owned restaurants. There's a lot of bad Mexican food, but San Antonio has really good food. But it used to have a lot of great German food, but then the German people started dying. I mean, it's been like 5 generations, so there's no more good German restaurants anymore, and we're running out. We don't have as many good mom and pop Mexican restaurants anymore. So when you do find one, you have to be there. You have to go eat there, and keep going. So anyway, guys, I've got to go to bed. I am tired. It is somehow 8:30. Somehow I've been talking for almost 2 hours. Quite an hour 45 minutes, hour 40 minutes. I really appreciate you listening to me rant and rave over the oh yeah. Oh, Yoshia. Tex-Mex food in San Antonio is the best. Austin, they can't cook Tex-Mex food at all. They say they do. If anybody in the Austin area tells me that you like Torchy's tacos, which is some like kind of cult following, I look at them like, do you really like Torchy's tacos? What do you like at Torchy's tacos? They're like, oh, they have this best cheese sauce. I'm like, you like the cheese sauce. You don't like their tacos, right? Because their tacos are not good. Everybody wants the cheese sauce. Like, why do you? Everybody's Torchy's tacos like the best tacos. It's kind of like voodoo donuts. If you've heard about voodoo donuts, it's like they're just donuts. And there's this Round Rock donuts. There's these like food places around here, but honestly, um, give me good homemade. My auntie made this some kitchen somewhere food any day of the week. Anybody's auntie that makes food and you want to cook for me, you are my friend. You are my friend. It's like that's the person I want to go. I want to go eat at your aunt's house. So anyway, um, I like Taco Bell. I have no problem with Taco Bell. I only get one thing at Taco Bell, the Supreme Taco. That's it. Yeah. Mom and pop donut shops are the best. Yes. Torchy's is good, but they're better, just like you said. Yeah, Torchy's is if it's a fun vibe, it's a good environment. You want to go hang out with friends, bunch of college kids, drink some alcohol. Yeah, Torchy's is great. If you care about the taco, not the place to go. I like to eat and leave. I don't like a fussy place. Um, oh my gosh, I love tamales. I want to learn how to make tamales. Uh, and it's a labor of love, guys. Making a tamale is a labor of love. The masa to lard ratio is important, and then you have the filling. And my favorite tamale is a cheese and jalapeno or bean and jalapeno tamale, which you don't really find very often. Most of them are pork. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop talking about food. Believe it or not, I'm not actually hungry. I did have dinner. I'm fine. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll eat Taco Bell. I will eat almost anything. I just have preferences. Me too. Me too. I like Taco Bell. I don't have a problem with Taco Bell. Taco Bell, basic taco, no problem. Um, okay, guys, I am leaving and I will be back on Friday. I will not be back tomorrow. We'll take a break and hopefully not rant about anything. Bye, everybody.